Every day you speak a powerful truth into your life, you are building a bridge toward abundance. The words you repeat are not just empty sounds. They are living seeds carrying the energy of creation. When you say, "Every day I move toward $50 million," you are not just talking about money. You are declaring alignment with prosperity, freedom, and the higher flow of the universe. This affirmation becomes more than a phrase. It becomes a current of energy that reshapes how you think, how you act, and what you attract. Money is energy, and energy follows focus. The more you align your mind with prosperity, the more your life bends toward it. Think of your words as invisible hands molding your future. If those words are full of doubt, you shape a reality of struggle. But when your words are filled with certainty, gratitude, and expectation, you shape a reality of wealth. This is why the daily act of declaring prosperity is so powerful. It turns money into a spiritual practice, a pathway where the inner and outer worlds meet. This practice does not rely on sudden miracles or overnight changes. It grows steadily, like a tree planted in fertile ground. Each time you repeat your affirmation, you water the soil. Each day of commitment adds roots, stability, and strength. You may not see all the results instantly, but the flow has already begun. Just as water carves through stone with time, your affirmations carve through old patterns of lack and build new paths of wealth. The key is faith, consistency, and the courage to keep moving in alignment with the vision of prosperity. Focus is the steering wheel of your life. Wherever you direct it, your energy follows. Most people scatter their focus on worry, fear, and limitation. They wonder why prosperity feels far away, but it is because their attention is locked on lack. Daily focus changes this. By choosing a single statement like, "Every day I move toward $50 million, you guide your mind to look for wealth, not for problems. You begin to notice opportunities you once overlooked. You begin to trust that money is closer than you think. Repetition strengthens this focus. The human mind is shaped by patterns. The more a thought is repeated, the deeper it carves into the brain until it becomes automatic. If your repeated thoughts are negative, your brain automatically seeks out struggle. But when your repeated thoughts are abundant, your brain automatically seeks out prosperity. This is the silent power of daily affirmations. They rewire your mind without effort until wealth is no longer something you chase, but something you naturally expect. Focus also creates energy. Think about a magnifying glass. When sunlight is scattered, it warms but does not burn. When sunlight is focused through the glass, it gains power strong enough to ignite fire. In the same way, your scattered energy warms but does not transform. Focused daily intention, however, ignites prosperity. Each time you say your affirmation with faith, you are gathering light into one point, directing it toward your vision of $50 million. That energy builds, and with time, it burns away every barrier that once held you back. This daily practice is not only about money itself, but also about the qualities that money represents: freedom, security, impact, generosity. These are the fruits of your focus. As you affirm, you are calling these qualities into your life, and they begin to express themselves through your choices, actions, and opportunities. The more you stay consistent, the stronger the flow becomes. Soon, your mind is so trained on abundance that even when challenges arise, you see solutions, not setbacks. That is the power of focus when guided by prosperity. Beliefs are the invisible walls of the mind. They shape what you allow yourself to experience. If you believe money is hard to get, life shows you proof of struggle. If you believe wealth belongs to only a few, you block yourself from receiving it. But beliefs are not fixed truths. They are patterns of thought repeated over time. This means they can be shifted, reshaped, and rebuilt into a foundation of abundance. When you declare, "Every day I move toward $50 million," you are challenging the old beliefs that say wealth is out of reach. You are replacing them with a higher truth, that money is energy, and energy flows to you as you align with it. The old belief says, "I am stuck." The new belief says, "I am moving forward." The old belief says, "Wealth is not for me." The new belief says, "Every day I step closer to infinite prosperity." Each repetition weakens the walls of limitation and strengthens the foundation of abundance. Think of your mind as a garden. For years, negative beliefs about money may have planted weeds of doubt, fear, and scarcity. These weeds spread, choking out the healthy plants of opportunity. But affirmations are new seeds. Each day you affirm prosperity, you plant new life in your mental soil. With consistency, those seeds sprout and the weeds lose their hold. Soon, your garden is full of abundance, ideas, and opportunities, where once there was only lack. Shifting beliefs is not about forcing change overnight. It is about gentle, steady transformation. The more you speak wealth, the more natural it feels. At first, your mind may resist. It may whisper, "This is not true." But as you continue, the resistance fades and the belief takes root. Then, without even realizing it, you begin to act, decide, and move in ways that bring money closer. Opportunities that once seemed invisible now appear clearly. Belief is the gateway through which prosperity enters. This is why it is important to be patient with yourself. You are not just building wealth, you are building a new identity. An identity aligned with abundance does not fear money, resent money, or chase money. It trusts money, it welcomes money, it flows with money. The affirmation, "Every day I move toward $50 million," is more than a statement of wealth. It is a declaration of identity. You are saying, "I am someone who is naturally moving toward limitless abundance." And when your belief matches your words, your life must follow. Prosperity is not something you chase, it is something you allow. Imagine a river flowing endlessly. The water does not try, it simply moves. Prosperity works the same way. It flows naturally when you remove the blocks of fear, doubt, and resistance. The affirmation, "Every day I move toward $50 million," is a key that opens the gate, letting abundance move freely into your life. Many people block prosperity without realizing it. They worry about money. They repeat stories of lack. They expect struggle. These thoughts are like heavy rocks placed in the middle of the river. The water still flows, but it is slowed, diverted, and weakened. The moment you release fear and replace it with faith, the rocks are lifted and the river runs clear again. Prosperity was always there. The difference is your openness. This flow is not only financial. Prosperity flows through ideas, connections, opportunities, and timing. It may appear as a new job, a business idea, a person you meet, or even a moment of inspiration that leads to action. When you are aligned, you recognize these signs. You no longer see life as random, but as a continuous movement guiding you closer to wealth. The $50 million is not a far-off dream. It is part of a current already carrying you forward. To live in this flow, you must trust it. Just as a boat surrenders to the current of a river, you surrender to the current of abundance. This does not mean being passive. It means acting with ease and confidence instead of fear and desperation. The affirmation keeps you steady in the flow. It reminds you daily that money is not separate from you. It is part of the same life energy that gives you breath. The more you align, the more effortless prosperity becomes. Words are powerful tools of creation. They are like codes written into the fabric of your reality. Every time you speak wealth, you program your mind and your world to reflect abundance. This is why affirmations are repeated. Repetition does not make the words true. It makes them part of you until truth and affirmation become the same. When you say, I am aligned with wealth, I am worthy of abundance, I am moving closer to $50 million each day, you are speaking a new identity into existence. You are not begging the universe for money. You are declaring who you already are. The more you declare it, the more you believe it. The more you believe it, the more life bends to match it. Affirmations should not be empty. They must be filled with feeling. When you say you are a money magnet, feel the joy of attracting money. When you say money flows to you, imagine the ease of receiving it. When you declare financial freedom, picture yourself living it. The combination of words and feelings writes the truth into your subconscious. It is no longer something you hope for. It becomes something you live from. There is no limit to how many affirmations you can use, but the key is to speak them daily, consistently, and with belief. Wealth is not built in a single day, and neither is the mindset of prosperity. But one day, you will notice that affirmations no longer feel like practice. They feel natural. You will realize that you do not have to try to believe, you simply know. At that moment, the gap between words and reality disappears, and the wealth you affirm is the wealth you live. Gratitude is the magnet of abundance. When you give thanks for what you have, you open the door to receive more. Many people block prosperity because they focus on what is missing. They look at lack, and the universe gives them more of it. But when you choose gratitude, you signal that you are already abundant, and life responds by multiplying your blessings. When you say, I am grateful for the wealth within me and around me, you acknowledge that prosperity is already here. Even if the $50 million has not yet arrived, you give thanks as if it has. This simple act shifts your energy from waiting to receiving. Gratitude is not about pretending. It is about recognizing that abundance already exists in many forms. Money in your wallet, food on your table, opportunities ahead. These are all signs of wealth. The more you honor them, the more they grow. Receiving is also a practice. Many people unconsciously reject abundance. They say no to help, dismiss opportunities, or feel unworthy of money. Gratitude dissolves this resistance. When you are thankful, you say yes to life. You open your hands, your heart, and your mind to receive. You no longer push prosperity away. You welcome it in. Every day, take a moment to feel grateful for the flow of money in your life. Be thankful for the opportunities that are arriving, even if you cannot see them yet. Gratitude is faith in action. It says, I trust the universe. I know abundance is mine. I am ready to receive. When you pair gratitude with your affirmation, the energy becomes unstoppable. You are not only moving toward $50 million, you are magnetizing it toward you. Prosperity is not just a thought, it is also a movement. When you focus daily on wealth and speak affirmations of abundance, your mind begins to shift. You start to notice doors that were always there but seemed invisible before. Ideas come more often, opportunities appear clearer, and courage grows stronger. This is how affirmations translate into action. They prepare you to take inspired steps. Money flows through action, but not just any action. It is not about working harder or exhausting yourself. It is about working in alignment with prosperity. When your mind is filled with lack, you act from fear. You take desperate steps that lead to struggle. But when your mind is filled with abundance, you act from confidence. Your steps are guided, purposeful, and fruitful. This is prosperity in action, doing less from worry and more from wisdom. Each time you affirm wealth, you are setting your inner compass. You do not need to know every detail of the path. You only need to trust that the next step will appear. That phone call you feel led to make, the new skill you are drawn to learn, the opportunity that suddenly excites you. These are not accidents. They are the results of a mind tuned to abundance. The affirmation, "Every day I move toward $50 million," ensures that your actions align with your destiny. This flow between thought and action is powerful. It keeps you from drifting into delay and procrastination. You begin to feel that your goals are not someday in the future, but already in motion. The journey itself becomes evidence of prosperity. Each action proves that you are closer, more aligned, and more open than ever before. One of the most powerful secrets of manifestation is living in the energy of what you desire before it arrives. When you carry yourself as if abundance is already yours, you send a clear signal to the universe. This is who I am. Your outer world begins to mirror your inner state. This does not mean spending recklessly or pretending to be someone you are not. It means embodying the feelings of wealth now: peace, confidence, gratitude, generosity. If you had $50 million today, how would you feel? Calm, secure, joyful, free. Live in those feelings now. They are not reserved for the future. They are available in the present. The more you practice them, the faster prosperity aligns with you. When you walk into a room with the energy of abundance, people sense it. Opportunities are drawn to you because your presence radiates wealth. When you speak, others feel your certainty. When you act, it carries power. You no longer chase. Prosperity is attracted to your vibration. Living as if already wealthy also shifts how you make choices. You choose based on faith, not fear. You give generously because you know more is coming. You trust timing because you already feel secure. This mindset dissolves worry and invites peace. And peace is fertile ground for prosperity. Every day you affirm, "I move toward $50 million. You are not waiting for the future. You are practicing the reality of wealth now. Consistency is the foundation of transformation. It is not enough to affirm prosperity once or twice. The real change happens when you commit to repeating it daily with faith and patience. Every repetition builds a stronger foundation. Every day you affirm, you move deeper into alignment with abundance. The journey toward wealth is not always visible in the beginning. Just like a seed planted in soil, growth happens underground before it breaks the surface. Many people give up too soon because they cannot see the results. But prosperity is like nature. It requires time, faith, and steady nurturing. Your words are the water. Your belief is the sunlight. Your persistence is the soil. Together, they create unstoppable growth. Commitment also keeps you steady when doubt arises. There may be days when the old thoughts try to return, whispering, "This isn't working," but your commitment says otherwise. You keep affirming, you keep believing, you keep moving forward. With time, the doubt loses its strength and faith takes full control. Each day is progress. Even if you do not see millions yet, you are aligning with it. The universe rewards persistence. Wealth is not only about receiving money, it is about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts it. By committing to the journey, you prove to yourself and to the universe that you are serious, steady, and ready for abundance. Every day you declare prosperity, you reshape your mind and your life. The affirmation, "Every day I move toward $50 million," is not only a statement of money, it is a declaration of freedom, abundance, and spiritual flow. Through daily focus, you train your thoughts. By shifting your beliefs, you tear down walls of limitation. By entering the flow of prosperity, you allow opportunities to arrive with ease. By affirming wealth, you step into a new identity. Through gratitude, you open the door wider to receiving. By putting prosperity into action, you create movement. By living as if already wealthy, you embody abundance now. And by committing to the journey, you guarantee that prosperity becomes not just a dream, but a reality. Prosperity is not something far away. It is already here, moving toward you as you move toward it. With every word of faith, with every affirmation of wealth, with every act of gratitude and belief, you are walking the path of abundance. The flow is endless, and the more you align with it, the more it carries you. Every day you move closer. Every day the universe responds, and soon the $50 million you affirm will not only be a vision, it will be your lived experience.